Hello adventurers, my name is Chance, welcome to my spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 26th episode of our background series. Man, we are flying through them. I think we have one more today after this one, and that'll be about it for today. In any case, check out the playlist either at the end of this video or up top in that little eye icon. We should have 26 videos in there, and we're gonna end off at about 20 or 55, I think 54, 55, somewhere around there. In any case, today we are talking about the Guild Artisan, also known as the Guild Merchant. This isn't a Ravnica thing, it's found in the good old Player's Handbook. And although it's not the most popular choice, I've gotten some pretty good use out of it. It's not bad, it's pretty strong. Now, it's officially titled the Guild Artisan, and the Guild Merchant is the variant. There are a couple small differences, mostly in terms of the equipment you get. But in any case, it doesn't really matter too much. Let's go over the description. You are a member of an artisan's guild, skilled in a particular field and closely associated with the other artisans. You are a well-established part of the mercantile world, freed by talent and wealth from the constraints of a feudal social order. You learned your skills as an apprentice to a master artisan under the sponsorship of your guild, until you became a master in your own right. I kind of like this description just because it implies that you've already achieved a pretty significant goal and milestone in your life, and you're just looking to reach that upper level, which very few are able to do. Very interesting stuff. The guild merchant version of this, instead of an artisan's guild, you belong to a guild of traders, caravan masters, or shopkeepers. You don't craft the items yourself, but you earn a living by buying and selling the works of others. Your guild might be a large merchant consortium with interests across the region. Perhaps you transport goods from one place to another by ship, wagon, or caravan, or bought them by purchasing them from a traveling seller and selling them off as your own goods, kind of secondhand. And that's the description for the merchant variant of this. Now let's move on to its mechanics for the Guild Artisan. Your skill proficiencies are Insight and Persuasion, which are both really nice. Your tool proficiency is one type of artisan's tool, so of your choice. And the language you get to pick is just any one. Under equipment, you'll get a set of artisan's tools, a letter of introduction, a set of traveler's clothes, and a pouch containing 15 GP. Now, that letter of introduction you get serves as a way to verify who you are to neighboring guilds, which factors into the feature in a little bit here. In terms of where the guild merchant varies, rather than proficiency with artisan's tools, you might be proficient with navigator's tools or an additional language. And instead of artisan's tools, you can start out with a mule and a cart. It's a relatively popular variant, maybe even the most popular variant we've talked about so far. But yeah, personally, I still prefer the Guild Artisan. I don't know, it kind of comes down to personal taste, however. In any case, let's move on to the background feature. This one is called Guild Membership. As an established and respected member of a guild, you can rely on certain benefits that membership provides. Your fellow guild members will provide you with lodging and food if necessary, and pay for your funeral if needed. How nice of them. In some cities and towns, a guild hall offers a central place to meet another member of your profession, which can be a good place to meet potential patrons, allies, or even hirelings. Guilds often wield tremendous political power. If you are accused of a crime, your guild will support you if a good case can be made for your innocence, or the crime is justifiable. You can also gain access to powerful political figures through the guild if you are a member in good standing. Such connections might require the donation of money or magic items to the guild's coffers. You must pay dues of 5 GP per month to the guild if you miss payments, you must make up back dues in order to remain in the guild's good graces. Oh my goodness, that is a mouthful. Long story short, there's a lot of things going on here. First and foremost, the guild will provide you with food and lodging, which is really nice. We've covered a lot of features that do something quite similar. In addition to that, they'll also front the bill for your funeral, which is sweet as heck, man. Really nice of them, although, a little bit morbid to be thinking about. They will also offer they may also offer a meeting room for you to interact with people that are interested in you or people you might be interested in, and you can use each other's skills to balance out your own. Really great stuff, and that's ideal for giving out and accepting quests, by the way. And then you can also wield the political power of the guild, assuming, of course, you're in good standing with them, and they'll defend you in court. You can meet political figures, all that good stuff, and there might be a cost associated with any of those particular events. Although, to gain access to all of this, you must pay 5 GP per month, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. A lot going on, though. Man, this is a long one. In any case, let's take a look at some suggested characteristics here. For the personality trait I went with, I like to talk at length about my profession. Under ideal, I put aspiration. I want to work hard and be the best there is at my craft, and this really applies to any alignment, although I might make an argument for more lawful, but whatever. Under bond, one day I will return to my guild and prove that I am the greatest artisan of them all, kinda circling back to that ideal. And then for the flaw, I am never satisfied with what I have, I always want more. In this case, it doesn't so much pertain to material wealth, but it does pertain to knowledge, skill, and experience. So it's really interesting stuff. You are very much a craftsman that is never satisfied with your current limitations. You always want to broaden your horizons. Or maybe you want to dial in to the point where you become such a specialist about one particular thing that you really are the only one that can do what you do. It's very interesting, and naturally, no matter which one you pursue, it is likely wealth is soon to follow, as wealth usually follows the more skilled, at least in a mercantile-based economy, which is relatively safe to assume your world has. In any case, let's move on to my personal thoughts here. I think the Guild Artisan is really incredible, especially if you are just looking at the PHB backgrounds. It does really seem to distinguish itself away from a lot of the kind of simpler ones, providing a more advanced level of play and maybe a whole other dimension to the world as a whole, as now you can get involved in guild wars, spies, things of that nature, maybe even sabotaging a neighboring guild. So from the Dungeon Master's perspective, this really does open a lot of doors into a more organized quest line. Very good stuff. In addition to that, the player will likely reap rewards just from having something to do in downtime. I find that's something a lot of parties usually struggle with. They don't really have fleshed out characters enough to have hobbies, but this one, your hobby is your obsession with your craft, so it's all kind of circled back in so you can focus on that with your downtime. Really nice stuff. That being said, let me know what you think of the Guild Artisan down beneath in the comment section. And while you're down there, let me know if you prefer the Guild Artisan or the Guild Merchant. I like the Artisan more, I just think it's more interesting. However, the Guild Merchant may prove to be quite a bit more lucrative, especially if you have a more advanced economy in your game. That being said, let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns regarding them, as well as any cool stories, which I'm sure a couple of you have. Also, let me know how you think this one compares to a lot of the Acquisitions Incorporated backgrounds. Really curious to hear what your opinions are. That being said, if you'd like to get access to a free one-shot, please do check out the Guildhall and use code WELCOME to gain access to that. That being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy adventuring. And naturally, don't forget to check out the playlists as well, once again, currently on screen or in that little top eye icon there if you can see it. In any case, have a great day, happy adventuring everyone, and I'll talk to you in a bit.